person who was loved, cherished, and adored by everyone in our family. To my sister Barbara, he was not only a brother-in-law, but a mentor, a confidant, pillar of strength, love, and unwavering support. To my parents, Fabio was a son, a man they loved and respected. Fabio was an amazing uncle to my children. He was a caring father and an overall wonderful person. Although more than 8 years have passed since his murder, we still have not processed our grief over his death. We do not believe this feeling of sadness will ever fade. Every day my family and I remember him. We talk about him all the time, recalling all the good times we shared, family vacations we took together, camping trips, the many, many dinners, holidays, birthdays, and events we celebrated together. He was a major part of not only my life, but in the lives of my 3 children, my husband, my parents, and especially my sister Barbara, who adored and loved him. What happened was a tragedy that tore through our family and nearly broke us. Although we shed tears over his death, we have not had time to really grieve or mourn him properly the way we want to. The reason I think it is obvious. It is, after all, why I'm standing here today. We, her family, are devastated. My elderly parents had their hearts ripped out. Not only did they lose Fabio, someone they considered their son, but now they have also lost their daughter. This ordeal has left all of us emotionally, mentally, and psychologically drained. On behalf of my mom, my dad, my sister Barbara, my husband Grant, and my 3 children, we would like to thank all of those who have reached out to us to express their love and support. This includes all of our extended families, our friends, and especially to the complete strangers who have reached out to us during this horrible ordeal. In a world full of so much hate, it has meant everything to us to know that there are still compassionate and sympathetic people out there. I miss Fabio, my brother-in-law, who was always there for me. He was a wonderful man, a great friend, and a fantastic uncle. But I will also miss my sister, my best friend, the person I played cards with, spent many afternoons raising kids with, the sister I shared everything with, the sister that I know is loyal, honest, loving, kind, generous, and so full of life. We all miss her, and we will forever love her. We, her family, stand by her and will continue to fight until the whole truth comes to light. We ask for privacy and understanding as we continue this journey, and we trust that justice, in its truest sense, will ultimately prevail. Thank you.
Thank you.
No, Your Honor.
Is there any issue of restitution?
I believe there are no burial expenses at this time because he is sitting in a plot that doesn't belong to them.
Very well.
At some point there might be, but I doubt it will be.
Although no person is asking for probation, the defendant is statutorily ineligible for probation. Pursuant to the dictates penal section 190 and 190.2, and consequently probation is denied. As counsel has pointed out, I do have discretion under Penal Section 654 as to which count to impose sentence. Listening to the evidence in this matter, I do find that the defendant was the mastermind in this conspiracy to commit murder. Baker did not have the intelligence to plan such a brutal, well-thought-out slaughter. The defendant was the prime mover in this execution of a human being, and consequently, I am utilizing my discretion to impose the more serious of the sentences. Although this is not before me, Penal Section 1385.1 states that a court does not have discretion to strike a special circumstance that is found true by the jury. The legislature has, in its wisdom, had such bills before it that would take away this lack of discretion. For purposes of any future legislature, I must state now that if I had the discretion to strike a special circumstance, in this particular case, I would not. For the crime which the defense has been convicted in count 1, violation of Penal Section 187, subsection A, murder in the first degree, with the special circumstances having been found true pursuant to Penal Section 190.2, subsection A, subsection 1, and 190.2, subsection A, subsection 15, we sentence the court as follows. Probation is denied for the reasons I have stated. Defendant is sentenced to state prison for the term prescribed by law, which is life imprisonment without the possibility of parole.
Yes.
As to count 2, violation of Section 182, subsection A, subsection 1, conspiracy to commit murder. Defendant is sentenced to state prison for the term prescribed by law, which in that case is 25 years to life. The sentence in count 2 is stayed pursuant to Penal Section 654. Said stay become permanent upon the successful completion of the sentence in count 1. Then is levied a $10,000 restitution fine pursuant to Penal Section 1202.4, subsection B. An $80 security fee, which is $40 per count. A $60 criminal court assessment, which is $30 per count. She is to submit a tissue sample for a DNA databank pursuant to Penal Section 296. She is given the following credits of 2,932 actual days, 0 days conduct credits pursuant to Penal Section 2933.2. This time, ma'am, I have to advise you that you have the right to appeal to the Court of Appeal from the judgment of this court. You wish to appeal, you have 60 days to file your notice of appeal. It must be filed in this court and not in the Court of Appeal. It must state that you are appealing, what it is you're appealing from. It must be signed by you or your attorney. If you appeal, you have a right at no cost to you to a transcript of the trial court proceedings as provided by the California Rules of Court. If you appeal and you do not have the money to hire an attorney, one will be appointed for you free of charge by the appellate court. You understand your appellate rights, ma'am? Very well. We are done.
Your Honor, can I ask one additional thing? The court has any discretion for asking that the court recommend that she be housed in CIW, which is a closer state prison facility for the benefit of her children who obviously want to continue seeing her?
I cannot tell the Department of Corrections Rehabilitation where to place their inmates.
Thank you.
Thank you.